Hi, I'm Namdag Tsomo. This guided meditation is to help you change the course or direction of your life if you're not happy with the direction you are going. This guided meditation is a metaphorical life changer. Start by getting comfortable. As you allow your eyes to comfortably close, I'll explain a little about what to expect as you enter trance. You already have all the knowledge you need to understand how to enter trance. You've had experience of entering a trance many times each day. I'm sure you can recall times you have been wandering along and discovered your mind begins to wander to thoughts, ideas, and dreams. Or the experience of waiting in line as you start to daydream now. As you sit there beginning to drift into a comfortable, hypnotic trance, you can hear the sound of my voice and have an awareness of different thoughts and ideas that come to mind. And while you listen to the sound of my voice, I'm going to talk to you. And just like in everyday situations, like when you were in school, listening in class, and you will have occasionally drifted off into a daydream, and later realized you don't know if you remember the whole lesson. Many people that go into a trance remember some things and forget others. And you can remember what is important to consciously remember, while at the same time forget what is unimportant to recall after this session. So there is no need to try to go into a trance. It can develop all by itself. And you can develop that trance in your own unique way, based on your own lifetime, full of experiences of entering trance states easily and effortlessly. From all those times, you have discovered yourself to have been daydreaming. Through to those times, you become deeply absorbed in what you are doing. So now, with your eyes closed, you can enjoy a moment's quiet while your unconscious prepares to enter a resourceful trance state that is just right for the work we are doing here today. That's it. Now, as people enter trance, they often begin to notice how the breathing changes. For some people, the breathing speeds up a little before it settles on a relaxed rhythm. For others, it just begins to comfortably relax. And while the breathing helps to deepen and maintain the trance, many people become intrigued to discover how much more youthful they look as their facial muscles smooth out. This smoothing and relaxing of the muscles in the face and throughout the day, and the continued feeling of comfort that people feel when you come out of a trance later are some of the side effects of entering a hypnotic trance in this way. So while you prepare to enter this trance state, I wonder what other positive side effects you will receive. And while you continue into this state, your mind will wander at times, and whatever happens, my voice can go with you. That's right. Now, as you listen to me and continue to breathe in that way and notice certain sensations, you continue to become more fully absorbed with the sound of my voice or the spaces between my words while I talk to your unconsciousness now. And you can discover yourself entering an art gallery. And as you enter, I wonder whether you can notice the way sounds changes as you enter, and the way the atmosphere seems to become calmer and more relaxed. And as you explore the gallery, different artwork can give you different feelings and different meanings. You may look at a sculpture and understand that it started as just a lump of stone that the artist believed to be more, and knew all it needed was to have some time and attention spent on removing what isn't necessary and reshaping what is left. And different pictures will convey different meanings. And as you continue to walk deeper into the art gallery, you can wonder which painting you will feel a connection with and feel drawn to. And you may want to get a sense of a number of pictures before finally settling on the one that draws you in. And as you drift deeper with each out-breath, while exploring the various paintings, my voice will quieten down in the background for a minute, and you can take as long as you want to explore the gallery. And when you next hear me talk, you can be prepared to step aside that picture, ready to search for a comfortable and familiar chair you've never seen before. That's right. Preparing now to step into that picture. And as you do, I wonder what it will feel like. Some people feel a sense of deepening. Others experience a change in the feeling. And others don't notice how things have changed. And as you explore this picture, I wonder where that chair will be. And when you discover that chair, I wonder whether you will notice the sensations associated with approaching that comfortably familiar chair. And as you take a few minutes to relax into the chair, you get a sense of closing your eyes and drifting off deeper into a dream. That's right. As you now begin to imagine a picture of a beach in front of you, and as you pay close attention to that beach, you can begin to notice something different about that picture. And the more you try to see what isn't there, the more you find yourself drawn into the image. And then, in a blink, you can find yourself in that picture, searching for a path. And as you wander around, wondering where the path will be, you can notice it in another picture. And a curious thing about these pictures is that each time you drift into one, you go even deeper into a trance. And in a blink, you can find yourself on that path, searching for something new. And I wonder what sounds each footsteps make as you walk along that path, until you see that moved picture, and in a blink, you can find yourself in that new picture, knowing that what you can learn and discover here can stay in this picture for you, to use instinctively in the future, like unconscious knowing. That's it. And as you continue to relax deeper and deeper, you can listen to me in the background. And as you listen to me in the background, you can understand what I'm saying on an unconscious level. Many years ago, there was a prince that lived in a castle. And one day, he was gazing out of one of the castle windows, looking out over the land that his family ruled. And from his perspective, he could see people struggling. He could see people suffering. He could see people starving. While he was in his castle getting whatever he wanted with the ring of a bell. The prince asked his father, why things should be this way, and was told the world is the way the world is. There's nothing you can do to change it. The prince wanted to know why not, and asked, what about all these poor people? And we are so rich. Can't we help them out? His father didn't answer. The prince thought about his life. He had everything money can buy. Yet he felt unhappy and felt like something was missing from his life. While many of the people in the town around the castle appeared to struggle and suffer, yet they would often be smiling and looking happy. That night, when everyone went to bed, the prince snuck out of the castle in disguise. He had to discover the answer. How can many people be so happy with such miserable lives? He walked through the town and into the nearby forest. The forest was dark and eerie, and the night was still. There were shards of moonlight glistening down through the leaves of the trees onto the forest floor, shimmering a path for the prince to follow. The prince followed this unknown path to discovery and wonder, and was curious where it would lead him. He continued to walk. The prince could hear noises of animals and birds moving in the dark. He could feel his heart beating loudly as he continued into the unknown. After a while, the prince found a clearing and saw a frog sitting by a pond. As he approached the frog, it started to talk to him. You are on a journey of self-discovery and wonder, and you can wonder what you will discover on that journey. The prince began to wonder as he continued to wander through the forest. He thought he could hear something behind him moving in the dark, following him. He could see the foot of a mountain and wondered how he would reach the cave. Then out of the dark, some tribespeople appeared. The prince couldn't understand what they were saying, but could tell they were friendly. They began to cut down some trees and build a ladder. The prince decided to help them. After some time, they managed to complete the ladder, and the prince climbed up to the cave. In the cave was a flickering fire. He sat down by the fire, watching the flickering flame and noticing how the light from the fire was dancing on the walls. As he continued to watch the flickering flame, he began to see things, and his mind began to wander. Then everything went dark for a moment before he found himself resting beneath a tree. And as he rested beneath that tree, he began to discover the true meaning of happiness and life. And he knew that when you get hot, you enter a pool to cool down. And after a while, you need to warm up, so you go back out into the sun. He then got an image of the yin-yang symbol. Then a coin flipping in the air. Then he saw a person struggling, and while the person was struggling, he saw the person step outside themselves, and the part of them with the problem began to change how they were dealing with the situation. Then the prince saw people socializing and talking with each other. Different images and ideas drifted in and out of the prince's mind. And with each image, the prince was learning something new about himself. that was beginning to change his life in ways he didn't know. And the prince continued to notice what seemed like random images until they disappeared, when his unconscious knew it found the answers. And when the time was right, he drifted back to that cave before climbing down the ladder and enjoying an adventure of learning and discovery as he headed back to the castle, where he knew how the next day he was going to change the world forever and improve the lives of those in the town. That's right. And you can now take just a few moments to allow yourself to get a sense of drifting back into that chair. And I don't know whether you will take 4, 5, 6, or 8 breaths to fully reorient back to the chair. Before you then start to work your way back along the route you took into the trance. And as you do, your unconscious mind can ensure that all the new reprogramming has been installed throughout the mind and body in every cell and neuron. Your unconscious mind can honestly and fully integrate all your new learning into that deep and instinctive part of your mind while you continue your journey back to the here and now. And I don't know how much of what is there will be left there as you continue back, and how much you will bring back with you. And it's interesting how much you know you can be aware of while you are sat there in that seat. And you can now find yourself working all the way back away from the state to the here and now, becoming more aware of sounds around you. Of what you will be getting on with later, and other random thoughts that start to cross the mind. And in a moment, I'm going to count to 3, and on the count of 3, you can open your eyes and be fully back in the room. 1, 2, 3, and open your eyes. Hi. Now you came here to see how you were able to be helped, and I asked you to close your eyes earlier. So, do you have any plans for later? Take a moment to grab a pen and paper and write them down. Any ideas, any visions, any feelings that you receive throughout the journey. Write them down to the best of your ability and rehydrate yourself with a cold glass of water or a cool glass of water. Thank you for being here today. Namaste, and may peace be your journey.